A kingdom where the stars gleamed like diamonds and the rivers whispered ancient songs, there was a girl named Rapunzel. She was no ordinary maiden, her long, golden hair shimmered with an enchanted glow, holding magic as old as time itself. But she was locked away in a tall tower, hidden from the world by the sorceress Gothel, who feared losing her own youth. Gothel had stolen Rapunzel as a baby, believing that the girl's magical hair could keep her young forever. Every day, Gothel would call, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," and Rapunzel would lower her golden locks like a rope, allowing Gothel to climb up. She had known nothing beyond the stone walls of her tower. She would sit by the window, watching the birds soar freely in the sky, longing for a world she had never seen. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Rapunzel saw something extraordinary: lanterns, hundreds of them, rising into the night like glowing stars. She pressed her hands against the cold glass, her heart pounding with a deep, unexplainable longing. "What are those?" she whispered to herself. The wind carried her question far, whispering it to the trees, the rivers, and even to a rogue traveler named Flynn. Flynn was not just a traveler, he was a thief, a charming trickster who had stolen a satchel full of royal jewels. Chased by the king's guards, he stumbled upon the hidden tower, seeking a place to hide. Climbing up, he was greeted with a frying pan to the face. "Who are you?" Rapunzel demanded, gripping the pan tightly. Flynn groaned. "Is that how you welcome guests?" Rapunzel had never met anyone besides Gothel. Yet something about this stranger intrigued her. He was different. He had seen the world she longed for. "If you take me to see the floating lights," she bargained, "I'll give back what you stole." She had found his satchel hidden in the tower. Flynn hesitated. He was used to making deals, but this girl, this wide-eyed, fearless girl, was unlike anyone he had ever met. "Fine," he agreed. "Let's make a deal." Stepping outside for the first time, Rapunzel felt the world embrace her. The grass beneath her feet was soft and cool, the breeze kissed her face, and the sunlight warmed her skin. She spun in circles, laughing, overwhelmed by the beauty of it all. Flowers bloomed in her footsteps, birds sang above her, and Flynn watched in amazement. She wasn't just a girl, she was a force of nature. Their journey was filled with both wonder and danger. In a tavern full of rough and wild men, Rapunzel discovered that even the fiercest hearts held dreams of their own. They escaped the king's guards, swam in moonlit rivers, and, in a quiet moment beneath a starry sky, Rapunzel revealed the magic in her hair, healing Flynn's wounded hand with a mere touch. "Your hair," he whispered in awe, "it's magic." Rapunzel smiled softly. "Maybe the whole world is magic." That night, as they reached the kingdom, thousands of lanterns floated into the sky. Rapunzel watched them in breathless wonder. Tears welled in her eyes as she whispered, "This was my dream." Flynn looked at her, realizing something unexpected. She wasn't just chasing a dream. She was a dream, his dream. But happiness was fleeting. Gothel, furious that Rapunzel had escaped, tricked her into believing Flynn had betrayed her. Heartbroken, Rapunzel returned to the tower, feeling the walls close around her once more. Yet as Gothel ranted about keeping her safe, Rapunzel traced a forgotten memory, the symbol of the lost princess, the golden sun emblem she had seen all her life. It was the same symbol that surrounded her in the palace murals, in the lanterns that floated every year. And suddenly, she knew. She was the lost princess. She turned to Gothel, her voice steady and unwavering. "You kept me here to control me," she said, "but you will never control who I am." Gothel, enraged, tried to lock her away forever. But Flynn, wounded but determined, fought his way into the tower. "I came back for you," he gasped. "I will always come back for you." Desperate, Gothel slashed Rapunzel's golden hair, breaking its magic. But in doing so, she lost her own stolen youth and crumbled into dust. Rapunzel turned to Flynn, who lay weak in her arms. Her tears spilled onto his chest, her heart breaking. "Please don't leave me," she whispered. And in that moment, something miraculous happened. Her tears, filled with love, with hope, sparkled like sunlight. Magic pulsed through them, healing Flynn, bringing him back to life. He opened his eyes, looking at her in awe. "You saved me." Rapunzel laughed through her tears. "I think we saved each other." She returned to the kingdom, where she was welcomed as the lost princess. She embraced her parents, the king and queen, and the entire kingdom rejoiced. But Rapunzel knew her true home was not just in a palace, it was in the wind, in adventure, in the courage to chase dreams. She and Flynn, now Eugene, traveled the world together, spreading light wherever they went. And every year, when the lanterns floated into the sky, Rapunzel would look up and smile, knowing she had never truly been trapped. Because the magic was never just in her hair, it was inside her all along. True strength comes from within. Rapunzel's magic was not just in her hair, it was in her heart, in her courage, in her kindness. No matter how dark life seems, hope and love can always bring light. Sometimes, the journey to discovering yourself is the greatest adventure of all. Never let fear keep you from chasing your dreams, because the magic you seek is already inside you.
Like, share,